Hey, Steady Steve, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe. We need to get up to 1,000 commanders. And I don't want to keep on saying the same thing. And I know you don't want to hear it. So let's get into it. Anyway, this is a video on pairings going into KVK battle mode. The gates open. The gates of destruction. In 2 days. So basically, I'm going to show you my pairings. I have not done a single pairings video in my lifetime. I touched on things, but this is an actual dedicated pairings video. So who am I going in? Who do you think I'm going to choose for my first pair? Well, it's going to be Guan Yu Scipio, but before I get into that, I'm going to just touch on everything else that you should do as a progress check. You want to go, what I did was, so I went a bit fast there. Top right, your icon. Then you go, commander, which is bottom row on the left. You want to check whoever you're going to put into your battle is basically getting these additional buffs. So obviously Guan Yu's my top guy. I put Liange, controversial to have him with health, but I don't think the archers necessarily are massive on health, and I'm an infantry major, so it's two ways to look at it. I can give the infantry even more health, or kind of balance out the people who haven't got health with a little bit more. So that was my thinking on it, and everything else is, tax officer, gathering speed, not relevant. Ranger, damage to barbarians, not relevant. The other one, Sendyok, supply captain, gathering speed. The only controversial one would be charge captain, but I'm not going to lead any rallies. I don't really have those commanders. Is the truth. Top right hand corner, civilization. Right, so I'm end game, you know what I mean? So I define end game as top end VIP. I'm VIP 17. Anybody's like VIP 16 to about 18, and especially if you're 18, VIP 18. End game. All right, so what I'm bothered about, I'm not bothered about archers per se because I'm an infantry main, but I am bothered about skill damage, because even though I've got Liange as part of one of my main peeps, one of my main armies, then I'm still mostly about skill damage, so that's where it is. That's why I've got Ottoman. Rot. So then my main commander, I keep on saying, really you need to put your equipment onto one main commander, so at least when you have to, say if you're stripped back and you've got not a lot of resources or speed ups, then at least you've got one commander you can send out. And it doesn't have to be T5, preferably T4. It doesn't have to be T4, could be whatever you got, you know what I mean? You can still send them into battle, and the equipment and the skills and the selections that you've made and the investment you made up to that point, you can still get some fun and enjoyment out of it, you know what I mean? So these are mine. I've shown it before, my equipment. I don't want to do it for every single commander, but in summary, they are all Eternal Empire set, apart from the Hope Cloak. The reason why is because there's a boost to defense there, and then Guan gets Guan, not to be confused with Juan. I'm going to say Juan because I was too used to it now. My brain is programmed. Juan always gets a lot of attack stats, and he just overloads on attack. So this one helps balance it out with a bit of defense, bit of tankiness. And this is the other thing which is not in the Eternal set. It's the ironically called Eternal Night, but it's not part of the Eternal Empire set. Go back to the shorts or trousers. Yeah, just more defense. You can see the 12 plus 4%. So everything is being, what do they call it? It's at maximum basically, apart from ironically the one thing I chose, the shield. I've got this up to level 5 on, is it legendary status? I've got these shoes. Well, you can see for yourself. This is up to level 3 in terms of the accessory. Very useful, obviously, having a rage boost. Just so the active skill can trigger more often. I've got this one as well. Whenever troop launches any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to gain 15% bonus to damage dealt for 2 seconds. Awesome. I'm assuming that means all types of damage, not just a normal attack, basically. If it was that, I would cry. Anyway, let's move on because this is going to be a crazy long video. If I touch on all areas for all commanders, we'll be here forever. Anyway, so Juan, main skill. I can't talk on the passive skills for all these commanders. It just literally will be here forever. Main reason why: 2,000 or area of effect damage to 3 enemies, who are then silenced. Therefore, the hope is that it overlaps with their active skill, and they can't use their active skill, only passive skills. And there's an expertise. After receiving a shield, this commander's troop deals 50% more skill damage. See, that's not likely to happen. And that's why for a long time, Juan, or Guan, was paired up with Alex, who will give you a shield all day, every day. But as I said before, Alex is like driving in neutral. It's like driving the fastest car in the world in neutral, man, and ain't nobody want that. Anyway, I need to speed up. So Guan Yu, I would pair up with Scipio. Also, again, area effect damage. Again, 2,000 damage. And those troops lose 30% health, which is obviously an effective skill debuff for the enemy. Absolutely amazing. And the expertise skill. Commander's troop deals 10% more skill damage, otherwise known as 200, because the maximum is 2,000. Or the default was 2,000. And their troop gains rage 30% faster if its current target is silenced. And that's why it's paired up with Guan Yu. Pairing number 1. You know the sections in KVK where you say you can only send one troop? That's going to be the one I'm going to send. And it's going to be loaded up with the equipment, as I said, and the best of the accessories. And, as I replace things, as better accessories come out and things like that, then I'll just pass those things down, just like, you do with your brothers and your sisters. I didn't say sisters or brothers, did I? That'd be a little bit too... It depends. It depends. In 2020... Anyway, let's not get into that. It's not about that. So I'll tell you what it is about. Zhuge Liange. Right, so I've already done the commander bit. I've already done the civilization bit. Obviously, Ottoman is built for archers. So, all day. Zhuge Liang is saying, yeah, man, give it to me. Give it to me. The reason why, again, 2,000 area of effect damage. It's going to have that overlapping area of effect damage with all the commanders that we bring forwards, because most of them are going to be of that type. But to 5 enemies. But not only that, there's a debuff that troops hit by this skill, 5, deal last damage for 3 seconds. And I know there's passive skills. As I said, I can't go into all that. The expertise: upon entering combat, this commander's troop gains the Marquee effect, increasing damage dealt by 10% for 15 seconds. So it's not 2,000 damage. It is my computer brain, 2,200 for the first 15 seconds. I was just trying to think how often you can get your rage off, depending on what accessories and the probabilities. Maybe you can get it off twice. Who knows? And the tree, obviously, talent tree. Whenever they deal skill damage with burning or zinyi or Marcus Blah skills, their troop gains another 30 rage. Burning zinyi or Marcus Sunyu. Ooh. Burning of zinyi. Marcus, all good. Anyway, so that's my number 1. I didn't look at let's look at Guan Yu's talent tree quickly in Zoom. That's what I've got. If you look at the upper bit, the infantry to the right, I didn't go into that because it's going to be march speed, which is yawn, and pointless. They can run to me quickly. I've maximized attack, defense, and health. I'm going to do more damage, strangely enough. Yeah, I'm bothered about it. For this one, I will talk for Zhuge Liang more about his tree, because it's actually a more interesting comparison with Hermann Prime, who's the backup. I'm not giving you Christmas presents early, haven't I? But that's what it is. Anyway, this is the tree. Have a look at it. Take it all in. So yeah, Zhuge Liang, I would pair up with Hermann. Again, listen, it's going to be area of effect and repetition, 2,000 damage, 3 enemy troops. It's got poison, which deals more skill damage. I've not yet expertised. I'm very close though. Very close. Well, another 40. So the gates open in 2 days. I'm not going to get 40 gold heads. Surprise, surprise. But anyway, as soon as it's expertise, as soon as I get 25 stacks of poison on enemy troops, it triggers Forest of the Fallen skill at level 5. Forest of the Fallen, level 5, otherwise known as an extra 2,000 damage. So it'll be a lot more powerful then. So why don't I choose Hermann Prime as primary then? Why Zhuge Liang? Why Zhuge Liang? This is actually an interesting question. The main reason why is because this support tree is more about reducing the damaging effects of skill damage received, like this one. But it also does, interestingly, give you extra 150 rage. So listen, it's not that bad to have Zhuge Liang, sorry, Hermann Prime as number 1, because you do have some real balance. 150 rage, 9% less skill damage, and again there's a 50% chance to reduce skill damage by an additional 15%. Not that bad. So having a look at Zhuge Liang. So honestly, this is, for me, well, I feel a bit geeky. Quite interesting. But for this one, what's this one? 6% more damage of all types. 60 rage, not 150 rage like Hermann Prime. So I'm not saying it's like an easy choice. Whenever this commander's troop uses an active skill, it gains a 6% bonus to all types of skill damage dealt. As I said, you know what I mean? This one is the more offensive option of the two to have as a primary, because the primary will benefit from the tree. And as I believe it, in this unknown formula of battle for the Rise of Kingdoms, I don't believe this tree affects the secondary command. It wouldn't make any sense for it to, and I doubt if it. I don't believe that. I believe the equipment and the attributes only count for the primary commander and not the secondary, is what I believe. So, going to Zhuge Liang, and I realise this video is now 12 minutes. I might do it in 2 parts, maybe even 3. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to break it into chunks. So stay tuned for the next installment of Steven's KVK Battle Bus or Battle Team. Well, yeah, I'm working on the name. Please like, subscribe. Don't forget, do it now. Click on the icon, Deck Heroes. Click subscribe. We're all good to go. Always good. Have a good day. That is Stephen. I'm out.